This a shot. So this is a 85 C20 pickup that is in the middle of a C10 conversion using knuckles and brakes and ball joints from a 99 Chevy Suburban that yeah, you can kind of see the new ball joint there and there that have bigger brakes from what I've read online, and can also convert this to 6-lug to match the rear end that's going to go in it from that truck. And I mean, I've already pulled the front clip off and switched over to 70s, just did a spray paint rebuild on that, waiting for it to dry for a second coat. But it was rebuilt way back in the day with reproduction doors. So I got lucky, the doors are all good, but the cab is bad. Cab corners were replaced, as you can kind of see by the weld marks there. But that was a long time ago, so the cab mounts and all that are all shot. But all the gauges worked when I bought it. And well, yeah, it'll be a cool project. It was looking deeper, the entire bed floor is rotted, so I'm cutting out the good metal there because this bedside was pretty rough. And on this side, you can see the bed floor kind of on the top side too. But on this side, took off the whole bedside. Outer skin was good, but as you can see, the inner structure was pretty bad. So I already have another bed and another cab I can put on it, so it's no worries. You can kind of see here, this side isn't as bad, but same thing over here with the cab corners and a little bit patchwork towards the back there. But overall, hopefully get her looking good again and put her back on the street. And yeah. Oh, and it's also got the small block 350 with the turbo 400 trans and pretty stout running motor, so I can't complain there. Since the last clip, but I ended up getting the old bed off, and then it decided to snow 8 inches. But I also got the entire rear suspension blasted apart for new shackles, and I've got some new hangers, and then I got some lowering shackles that on the truck the bed came off of were being used as lift shackles. And in the process, found a nice little bit of rust, but seeing I have the other parts truck, I can cut out that and have the nice curvature, both bolt and welded in, so that should be stronger than factory. And then on the inside of the channel here for this, it's cracked about equal with that bigger hole there, and then that shackle hanger back there's got some rot in it, but I can change that out after I put some miles on the truck just to see how everything rides. And then now in the process, this is the rear end that's going in it. It's a 6-lug 14 bolt full floater or semi floater with 373 gears to replace the 8-lug that I have no idea what gear ratio it is, but brakes never really worked on it, mainly because the line wasn't hooked up, but I don't want to have to blow apart the drum brakes and redo all those too. when this axle's already got good brakes, good lines, limited slip, even though it's one of the factory ones. And then seeing I had just built this truck before the winter here, about that, yeah. All the U-bolts came unbolted, shocks unbolted, everything like that. So this is going swimmingly so far, and then the axle that's going in it is this 10 bolt here. I believe it's 3/4 gears or something like that. Just a nice cruising gear. And when I got this truck originally, it had the 342 gears in it, and it got upwards of like 20 miles to the gallon almost, a little bit more. With the 700 R4 and a 305, it worked out great. So yeah, that's how it's going today. So got the rear axle all bolted in, and working on a drive shaft now. Need to order some shocks, and then probably have to modify the lower shock mount to be able to cooperate with the square body one. But as it turns out, the OBS hangers, or leaf spring hangers that I took off my parts truck, are different spacing off the frame than the square body ones, because this axle came out of that truck with the square body frame, but I had to relocate the spring perches again. Don't pay attention to welds. Welder wasn't happy with it, but yeah, finally making some progress after literally everything of the rear suspension leaf spring wise fought me. And then on this side I bolted a wheel up, and this is still jacked up, no weight in it. Well, weight of like a hood, a bunch of leaf spring side plate ones, and then snow, but it's no settling, no shocks, and it's almost got that kind of gasser style. But then get that drive shaft done, and about a week ago made new inner and outer tie rods with the adjusting sleeves, so I'm gonna get these slapped in. Then the only thing it needs from being able to drive is, other than adjusting the radiator to clear the fan, is just a brake bleed. So yeah, probably next video I'll have it driving, and then work on it from there.